Okay, so we're talking a little bit about narrowing your research questions. The reason why we create a research question as opposed to just a topic is because it helps you to decide exactly what information you need and what kind of information it's going to be. So we're going to talk a little bit about focusing, and I'm going to give you some examples. So let's start with a topic. This is a very basic topic, advertisements. It's really hard to start with just a topic because, as you can imagine, if you researched advertisements, it would be a million things. You'd find so many different things. So let's think about this. What do you think about the topic? That's why I want you to write about that as well. What do you think about your topic? So let's say you thought, okay, advertisements can be harmful. We have to break that down. When you say something like advertisements can be harmful, it may seem like you're narrowing in on a question or a topic, but you have to think even more specifically. So we have to whom, what makes them harmful, like how do you actually define harm, what types of advertisements are we even talking about, time period, are we talking about from the 50s, are we talking about today, which products are we talking about, and what should advertisers actually do about this? So you can see it's getting further and further down to more specifics. So moving on, we have advertisements can be harmful, and I've answered some of these questions. This is just my scenario. So if I said, okay, I'm thinking about females specifically, what makes them harmful? Do they depict only skinny women? Do we define harm as issues with self-esteem? Maybe, eating disorders, things like that come from that. What types of advertisements? Let's say we were just talking specifically about ads on social media. What time period is modern times today? Products, say like just women's clothing. That's it. We're not going to talk about anything else. And what should advertisers do? Maybe some more research on their customers. And this is actually a topic that's interesting because you're seeing that more and more now in ads. Seeing probably more women of color, more women of different shapes and sizes. Okay, so let's go even further breaking it down. So who are we talking about? Okay, let's say it's females 11 to 25 years old. When instead of saying skinny women, we say they depict women size 0 to 2. The harm, because it is eating disorders among females 11 to 25. Sponsors post on Instagram. So the previous screen I said social media, now I'm saying Instagram. Advertisements time period somewhere between 2015 and now. And let's say that we're going to focus just on Forever 21 brand. And advertisers more research on their customer base. So you can see I really broke that down quite a lot. Now here's our question. This is the question that I got out of just the topic of advertisements, but I didn't get there without a little bit of questioning, as you saw. So given the prevalence of eating disorders among females ages 11 to 25, what steps might advertisers of women's clothing brands such as Forever 21 take to improve the self-esteem of their potential Instagram customers? Woo, that's a lot, right? But that's the type of research question we're looking for, because as you create such a question, then you can really go into your databases with some search terms. So let's do a couple more. Okay, so here's some unclear ones. Why are social media networking sites harmful? That's, again, really vague. What are we talking about? What does harm mean? So another version of that, a clearer version, would be how are online users experiencing or addressing privacy issues on social networking sites like Snapchat and Instagram? And I guess we could probably talk about TikTok for a while too, which is privacy issues. Okay, here's another one. Unfocused. What is the effect on the environment from global warming? That's pretty unfocused, even though it sounds focused. The focused version is how is glacial melting affecting penguins in Antarctica? See how focused that is? Okay, too simple. How are doctors addressing diabetes in the US? Appropriately complex. What are common traits of those suffering from diabetes in America, and how can these commonalities be used to aid the medical community in prevention of the disease?